wanted to show you the willows. If you remember, we have willows here that we coppice every essentially at the end of every winter. We cut off all the branches and they kind of look like these sticks with nothing on them, or trunks. But willows are actually incredibly powerful biological machines. So I mean, look at them. They each have hundreds of branches that just grew. It takes them a little while, so they start growing these branches a little bit after you know, everything else has already produced leaves. But I mean, look at these things. They're pretty much huge. I actually have to come here because a lot of these branches, as you can see, grow downwards. So now is going to be a good time for me to spend some time here and essentially remove everything that's lower and then remove everything that's growing downwards, so that we only have these little willow heads. And they're all nice and green right now, but you can see essentially the branches themselves are sort of yellowish, right? And they're gonna stay like this. They're gonna stay yellow, and throughout the entire winter we're gonna be able to see from the house these yellow branches. And this looks really nice in the depth of winter, where everything absolutely is white everywhere. And then there's going to be these yellow branches, and you can sort of see how intensely dense this is. This is really branch upon branch. And this is the area, by the way, behind these willows that we walked by a few times in my earlier videos. So this is the dogwood patch. Now I challenge you to actually find any dogwood in here. You can't really see them anymore. Goldenrods have taken over. The wild vine, as you can see here, it's everywhere. And this is kind of how the second half of every season looks like. The dogwoods are not really visible. Everything else is extremely tall. We also got a bunch of, like, if you look closely, there's treetops coming through there as well. These are the trees that sort of try to grow here in sort of massive quantities every year. And I will go and I will actually cut them down probably in late August or in September, because we don't want woods over here. And this area here, so this is what we saw when we looked at our orchard from a distance some time ago. And now you can see again, this is full of essentially these plants that are largely taller than me now. So it's not, so I wouldn't be able to make a video like I made in March, where I was showing you the orchard from a distance, because you can't really see it. And again, this area here will be mowed with our sickle mower that you saw in the previous video. So this will become nice and crisp again. And again, the reason is that we don't want every inch of this area to become completely wild and just overgrown with everything. And well, this is the orchard actually. I just mowed here yesterday, so it's pretty nice. That's a pear tree on the left, an apple tree on the right. This is not a heavily producing orchard, I have to say. I don't think we will have, the pear trees are really not doing great here for some reason. The apples kind of get all twisted. We're gonna make a video about that. But essentially this is how it looks like when it's mowed, and this is how it looks like when it's not mowed, right? Mowed. And you know, the difference is huge. And as you get towards the end of each season, you know, it's really a big, it's really it took us many years to kind of decide what we want to mow, where we don't want to mow, to sort of go for visual effects that we want to achieve here. So thank you for watching.